Hi there. I was thinking, since I now have the capability, that I would start making YouTube videos, and I'm not quite sure what the purpose will be at this point, except to maybe give family and friends some updates on my life and what's going on, and let them actually see me instead of just getting regular emails and things like that. So I am in Atlanta today. It is March 29th, 2009, and got here this morning about 11:30. I'm here for a conference. This is the second week of a 4-week sessioned conference, and I'm really excited about it, actually. I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of really cool people, and it's pretty intense, and it's a pretty big honor that I got accepted. I just hope that I can live up to expectations. Let's see. In the last little bit, I've just been real busy with work and trying to get stuff together for Pride, which is coming June 14th, and stuff like that. I had a wonderful opportunity on this past Saturday to go and speak to a class that was taking an intro to social work at CCAC. And it actually went really well. I'm really proud of myself because sometimes, as funny as it may seem to those of you that know me and have worked with me, it is really hard for me sometimes to talk to groups of adults, and I know that's odd because I talk to tons and tons and tons of young adults all the time, and about very intimate things, and it doesn't bother me or faze me at all. But it seems that when I'm asked, requested to work with adults specifically, it does intimidate me a little, but I had a good time. They asked some really good questions. One in particular, which was just really, I was impressed by the question. I was talking about what it was like working with queer, disadvantaged, homeless youth, and working with the HIV positive populations over the time that I have in my current position as an HIV educator program manager. And the question was, how can you do this type of work, social work, things like that, and not let it impact you? How do you not take it home? And the answer to that is that sometimes you do. And it was funny to see the reactions, because I know that when you're going to school, before you're actually in a field, you anticipate, you have a preconceived notion of what life will be like once you get into your desired field, and how you'll handle it. And sometimes, especially when you're working with the public, especially when you're working with young people, and of course this is my bias, you can't help but let people in a little bit, and you just have to acknowledge that you're human, and that sometimes what happens to others that you work with is going to impact you, and you have to be able to take a step back and look at it and recognize that you did what you could, and that you still, that you did what you could. That was basically my answer, and to realize that you're human. And then the follow-up question was, well, how do you work that out when you take it home, and what other things do you do when you need a break? And my answer was, get a hobby. I have several just for that purpose, things like working with polymer clay, doing body art and stuff like that, things that make me really happy and let me have some downtime. Because honestly, sometimes it is really hard to do my job, and that's not a complaint, but it is very hard to do my job. end up talking to a lot of kids kids and young adults, going through a lot of stuff, and it's hard when there's only so much you can do. You obviously can't take these young people into your home, and you have to have boundaries, and you have to give them the information that you have, set them up with resources, and hope that they use them. And in that way, it can be a little frustrating, because it doesn't matter if you gave them all the information, and it doesn't matter if you gave them all the tools. It's then up to them to utilize them to their fullest degree. And that's in no way pointing finger or denoting blame. But the speech was very impactful. The questions were very impactful. The woman that I was speaking for, who had asked me to come to her class, was privy to a recent situation where I lost a friend. And she actually brought it up in front of the class, and as this has been recent, I was a little raw, and I actually, in front of this group of adults, which I was already a little nervous talking in front of, almost burst into tears, because one, I was a little shocked that she brought up something that I had shared with her personally, but two, I had a very visceral reaction to talking about my friend's suicide, and it kind of took me aside, took me by surprise. But at the same time, I realized that my friend was simply trying to get me to put everything in context. I was standing there telling these people that they need to step back and they need to realize that they did what they could, how they could, and that they're human. And by inserting this recent tragedy, though I didn't appreciate it being shared with general public, with people I'm not friends with, it did kind of help me put it in perspective. It really did. It really did. I think I'm gonna stop this now. And what I might do is restart another video. Maybe talk about my friend a little bit, because I feel like I need to. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that, and I hope that this goes well. I'm a little anxious about this whole YouTube thing, but we'll see. I look forward to your feedback, and hopefully you'll see more. Okay, bye.